Thank you so much to NAREP for hosting me today. And thank you everybody for being here. I like to have fun when I speak, so please feel free to laugh and make jokes and laugh at me if that's okay. So first off, the thing we're gonna be talking about today is putting the social back in social media, okay? And I say that because I feel like a lot of people have gotten away from the basis of what social media is, which is to be social. Here's a quote that says, social media is about the people. It is not about your business. Provide for the people, and the people will provide for you. And I love saying this quote because I feel like it really speaks true to what social media is really about. So we're going to talk a little bit about why Instagram is important. Instagram is important because we choose that as a platform that we use to connect with people. Some of us connect with family members who live near or far away. Some of us connect with old coworkers. Some of us connect with maybe high school or college friends. But we want to make sure that we are using it for our business to stay not only relevant, but being as real and true to us as possible. I feel as a lot of people have strayed from that, and sometimes we try to follow the trends we see online. But a lot of using the Instagram platform for that will be to get back to the basics of what it started out to be when they launched it in 2011. So we're going to talk a little bit about being authentic on Instagram. Being authentic on Instagram is highly important because we connect better with someone if we have a connection than if we don't. I mean, I'll give you myself for example. I commented on Rihanna's Instagram post 264 times. And eventually at time 265, she liked my post. So now we're connected. But I say that to say that authenticity is really important when you're trying to show yourself on Instagram. You want to be you. A lot of people try to be what they see other people are being or what they think they can be, or trying to make it about the likes and the comments and the followers. But I think being your authentic self, you will see, will bring you a lot more leads, a lot more interest in you as a person, and a lot more business potentially. So now we're going to talk about being informative, but not being boring. You want to make sure that you have the right amount of information, but not be boring. I'm going to tell you about myself. When I wake up at 8 a.m., the first thing I roll over and do is grab my phone and open Instagram. And I hate when I see 10 agents talking about the housing market in 2023 is, or they say something like the lending rates right now are, because I literally scroll right past it. So you want to make sure that you're presenting the information in an informative way, but don't be boring about it. Use your own personality to kind of bring that into the spirit of presenting that to people that you can connect with. Because typically when people get the information from you as a person, they're going to receive that a lot better than feeling like they're talking to some robot that they're not connected with, okay? Using creative captions in Instagram stories to your advantage. So besides the beautiful pictures and videos on Instagram, the other thing that draws you in will be your captions. I'll give you some example of captions that I have used that have been successful, like, bet you can't do it like me. Or, the only thing hot outside is me this weekend. Or, hashtag weekend photo dump. But seriously, a caption can turn your basic post into something more elevated. You can add call to actions in there or even just talk more about you and who you are and let them feel connected to you. And if you do all of this and still don't feel like your captions are up to level, as Esther said, please feel free to use Chat GPT. And I do have a pro membership, and I will gladly add you on for $2.99 a month. Also, touching back on that last post, which was Instagram stories. I always really like to tell people about Instagram stories because it's a great way to be active in Instagram without feeling like you have to post every day and the pressure of posting every day, right? I think it is a small way to let people inside your life too. If you just take your phone out for 20 seconds and you're like, oh, my kid just kicked the soccer ball in while I'm closing a contract, or I'm driving to gym class before I go to a learning session at my brokerage. It's a small way to let people connect with you, to let them know not only just a little bit more about you, but that you're serious about your business. Because a lot of times when people don't see you active on social media, unfortunately, they tend to forget you. And they're like, oh, I didn't know you still did real estate. So Instagram Reels. Do we have to do videos too? I know. Who hates doing Instagram Reel videos? It's okay, don't be shy. You can raise your hand. So the thing about Instagram Reel videos, it is one of the top ways for people to connect with you and your audience. They offer a way for you to not only showcase your life in all aspects of your business, but they let people into like a little sneak peek of things that you have going on. And it's a quick way to kind of show all the things that may be happening in a day or a week or even a month sometimes in a 1 to 3 minute video. So it's really important to make sure that we are utilizing Instagram Reels to try to better ourselves and help promote our businesses to reach more people in an authentic way. All right, this is the boring part of the presentation, I'm sorry. Facts and stats. So there's plenty of facts and statistics about Instagram that also make it one of the premier platforms to use. And I'll talk a little bit about a few of those. So the first one is the average age of an Instagram user is 26 years old. So I always tell people that's important to use because there are so many different other social media platforms that are under a certain age or over a certain age. And I feel like Instagram falls right in the middle of that. And a lot of us, if you think back at 26 years old, that's when we're really just starting to figure out our lives, right? We're really starting to figure out, do we want to live in a house? Do we want to live in the city? What do we want to do? So I think knowing that that average age is 26 is really important to help you kind of figure out your marketing perspective. Instagram users with multiple images on their posts receive 2.3 more likes than other posts. So that's always important too because, sometimes I think when we're just trying to figure out ourselves and our content, we'll throw up a picture thinking, oh, we did a good job today. And you're like, well, you could have posted 6 more pictures and probably gotten more engagement. So that's always something to remember as well. 6.4 billion people have Instagram accounts, which is 60% of the worldwide population right now. Is there anybody here that doesn't have an Instagram account? Okay, so y'all are not in that 40%, thank God. There are also 25 million business accounts on Instagram, which are visited by over 200 million users every day. So that just lets you know as well that there are people on Instagram who are actively searching out businesses to connect with. And just you even having that platform, you're already putting yourself in front of people who do not have that opportunity, okay? Haters are gonna hate. Isn't that the truth? I'm sure a lot of people here either hate social media or hate it because they can't figure it out. And you hate it even more because you come to events like this where I sit and tell you that you need to have it. And then you're like, I know, but I hate it. I'm sorry, it's true. So the thing is with Instagram, I understand that social media, some people get nervous about it or they feel like they're not doing it good enough. And I think the thing where social media started is you being you, right? People connected with you because they wanted to do business with you, whether it was a conversation at a restaurant, whether it was a conversation at a networking event, whether it was a conversation in a parking lot. They connected because they felt personally connected with you and they want to follow you and follow your journey. So I think remember that you don't have to be perfect is okay. There's plenty of people on social media that present that perfect perfection, and if that works for them, that works for them. But I promise you, there's plenty of people that don't present that, and it works for them just as well. So I think that's something important to remember. So, in conclusion, the main point of social media is to be social, as we said. Don't forget that when you're putting together a marketing plan for Instagram, that you want to be yourself, you want to be vulnerable, you want to be funny. If you're not funny, it's okay. You want to be real, and you want to be you. Thank you all. This is the part in the program where you can clap really loudly.